class. In this presentation, we are going to dive into the AMOC, the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation. Here's a brief overview before we start. We will go over the introduction, then cover the three layers of ocean currents, how the AMOC circulates, and its effects on the world. The Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation is a complex network of ocean currents that spans the Atlantic Ocean. The AMOC circulates water in the Atlantic Ocean by moving warmer equator waters north, then colder waters back south. Here's a basic model depiction of the AMOC primary current. The red is the warmer water moving north, and the blue is the colder water moving south. As you can see, the AMOC affects not only the Atlantic, but also the other surrounding bodies of water. Before explaining how the AMOC circulates, we must discuss the three main current layers it moves along. First is the upper layer, where most warm surface water travels. Beneath is the deep layer, where colder water currents, mainly from the north, travel. Then, traversing the ocean floor is the abyssal layer, which contains extremely cold and dense water, mainly from the south. Here is how the AMOC circulates. The primary factors are temperature and salinity. This depiction is a complex representation of the AMOC currents. Red is the upper warmer layer, blue is the deep cold layer, and purple is the extremely cold abyssal layer. Water near the equator is heated by the sun and then carried northward via the upper layer, wind, and upswelling from the southern region. The warm water reaches the colder northern areas and begins to cool. By the time it reaches the northern Atlantic, most of the water content has evaporated or frozen, leaving behind high concentrations of salt. This, coupled with the cooler water, sinks to the deep layer, which is then pushed southward into the southern region's coastlines, upwelling to the surface. Some of the deep layer water current continues further into Antarctica, cooling more and sinking into the abyssal layer. The Antarctic abyssal layer is pushed back northward towards the equator, which the water is heated again, therefore completing its cycle. The Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation is important in distributing heat and spreading necessary nutrients. It creates the proper weather temperatures for precipitation in the northern areas, affecting agriculture. It regulates crucial temperatures for tropical forests and biodiverse areas near the equator. It also regulates the wind flow that creates necessary monsoon seasons globally. Lastly, the AMOC helps spread nutrients essential to the survival of ecosystems, primarily marine ecosystems, across the globe. This concludes the presentation. We have covered the intro, AMOC's three layers of currents, circulation, and global effect. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.